What's good, Chaotic Nation and Invisible People? My name is Chaos, and we're back once again with some more Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Black Eagles Crimson Flowers section of the storyline. If you remember, we ended last episode at a weird spot after the battle, and I said it was a long episode, so I wanted to cut it short there and not have to go through all the dialogue afterwards. So we're going to start with that pickup dialogue from the, what was it? I forget what the fortress was called. But we're going to start from there, and so when I hit continue, we can go through it, and you can see our other two files there as we're going. We're going to just get into it really quickly and see what we get to do, and it's going to be a storyline right off the bat, so that's kind of why we started that screen.
What turn of events has brought you so suddenly to Garreg Mach, Uncle?
Well, my business in the old Alliance territory had roughly finished. I wanted to see the face of my niece, who so bravely took Aryan Road. I have heard
Aryan
it was
Road's
done
what it's
with
called.
Truly magnificent tact.
I mean, you're welcome.
That you even deceived some of your allies.
I'm happy to have earned your praise. However, to say that I deceived my allies is a bit misleading. I despise leaks of information, and there may have been a church rat hiding amongst our ranks.
Ah,
it's funny because we're in a church. Get it?
However, there are some unfortunate consequences. Cornelia surely planned to betray them, but she has been struck down. Truly wasteful meddling. Unless... was it your intention to kill her?
Maybe.
Indeed, we came only to kill our enemies. She used a terrible magic weapon. Dolls that she could move and fight with. Did you know about them?
Well now, if that were the case, would it not have been better to keep her as an ally?
No, she wasn't going to side with
If you
us
are
for
only
head.
capable of such imprudence, this dark cloud might hang over the Empire's future as well.
Thank you for your concern. However, I will sweep aside any darkness that comes our way.
It's crazy.
I will be praying.
Hey, Jim James, how you doing, buddy?
Praying that the Empire will not become another Aryan Road.
Another Aryan Road? Just what do you mean?
He means we're not going to just get swept and then something's going to
must
come
take
take
my
us over
leave
instead
now.
of help us. They're just going to kill
Farewell.
us because they just want to. That's what he means. There you go. Translated. Chaos 6, more like Google Translate, am I right?
There you are. We just received some truly shocking news.
I
It
died.
is said that pillars of light have rained from the heavens and disintegrated Aryan Road.
Disintegrated?
How is it possible?
It was likely some type of magic. Perhaps a forbidden art.
Oh, obviously not forbidden.
Give me the full report.
My apologies. I, of all people, should be able to control my discomposure.
Just tell us.
The
You're
pillars
wasting
of light
time,
descended and
forehead.
exploded, resulting in the complete destruction of the main building and the north wall. It is believed that all key people within House Row, including its leader, were killed. Of the Imperial officers and men we kept at Aryan Road, about a third are unaccounted for.
It can't be true. So, this is my uncle's trump card. In exchange for striking down Cornelia, he has destroyed Aryan Road.
Perhaps we acted too soon in our disposal of Cornelia.
No. If we'll be fighting them soon, there's no disadvantage to weakening their forces. It's also extremely
not wrong.
valuable that we force them to show their hand. Hubert, the investigation you made into the legend of Aelel, the Valley of Torment, this is likely what took place back then as well.
Yes. The probability is high.
If you guys remember, the Pillars of Light are the things that we did at that one fortress. The one that we did at the beginning of this one, but the one that we did in the Golden Deer, that was right before we went to take on the Empire in Embar. So,
Yes.
yeah.
It is quite likely.
Yeah, the Arrows of Light. Those ones.
Most of Garreg Mach there is a valley where the earth is always aflame. Once javelins of light fell from the sky there. He pierced the earth and set the forest ablaze, creating a land of torment. We believed it may have been the work of the goddess. But it was actually an attack by those who slither in the dark. That sums up all that we know.
By gifting us that knowledge, those who died at Aryan Road will not have died in vain.
Indeed, it would be good to control the flow of this information.
True. We'll conceal this from everyone as best we can. I trust you, my teacher.
You better. I'm leading the army right now, lady. If you don't trust me, we ain't got nothing. This is about to go sideways in 2 seconds, dude. Like,
I'm sure everyone has heard about what transpired at
I thought we were keeping it secret. What happened to that?
The church has displayed their cowardice.
All right.
Indiscriminately using forbidden practices to kill the residents.
Oh, we're twisting it.
Their
Got you. I
offense
got
also
you. I
includes
see what you're
members of
doing.
House Rome, the Imperial Army, and many, many more.
According to our investigation, the forbidden attack that destroyed Aryan Road cannot be used
Hello?
again so quickly. Even so, we cannot delay
There's a
our
dial
efforts.
tone in this music. That's
We
all
must put a
I can
stop
hear.
to all of this by the end of next month. The leader of one of the Imperial factions has already initiated.
Yeah, that's
an
what I'm
attack
saying. There's a
over
dial tone in
Feldari's
this music.
territory lost by Rodrigue. Soon, all obstacles blocking.
Yo,
our
did we
path
just
to
find
Ferdinand
something?
will have vanished.
I've heard that before. Like, there's a
Cornered
dial tone in
is
the
at its
music.
most
That's
deadly.
weird.
We must move quickly.
It's not my phone.
Next, we march through the Tailtean Plains. After that, we destroy Ferdiad.
So we're on our way to Ferdiad.
Complete
All right, cool.
Imperial control over Fodlan will finally be a reality.
Oh, I'm shaking with excitement.
Yeah. Calm your panties,
I
Caspar.
understand that a confrontation is inevitable. Still, I wonder if there's some path we could take that would cause less suffering.
Yes, there
This
is.
is the only path for the goal we are reaching for.
But Petra is the
We
point.
must keep walking on it. We are walking down the path to a better tomorrow.
Technically, you're
Cornered
flying, but the rest of
church.
us might be walking.
Well, count me out from any
Besides the
form of
horsemen,
sorcery
so.
that can destroy whole cities. If only there was an easier way to get more information on crests and relics.
Okay,
You are as negative as usual.
it's the music. The music is weird here.
We have but one order: to emerge victorious.
Yeah.
Going to win this. We really are. After all, if we lose, everything will be terrible forever.
If we lose, the game's over, and I can stop playing this
Can't
game
let that happen.
that I've been playing
There's
for hours.
lots to
That's
worry
dude,
about, but
that dial tone.
Sure, it will all
Stop
work
it.
out. We'll win no matter what.
Get 2 lines, Caspar. Be glad. They like Caspar. They really like Caspar. Devs like Caspar. We understood. Like, they gave him a second set of lines, to be fair. I don't know if it's, like, meant to be in the game, or if they just missed somebody's phone going off while they were recording the music.
Flower, great tree moon, field of revenge.
House of Fraldarius is now Fraldari and Fraldari.
With the capture of Aryan Road complete, the Imperial Army moves to invade the kingdom capital. They plot to send troops toward now vulnerable House Fraldarius territory and plan to attack Ferdiad from 2 sides.
Oh, so that's why we're going through there. Okay. The thing that doesn't make sense to me, and I like from a logic perspective, not a game perspective, but a logic perspective, is that while we're doing this war campaign, and while we're going to these different places, why do we keep coming back to the monastery to do like a month of stuff? Like, surely it would take more time to just walk back and forth between the places. Am I right? I don't know. I mean, I understand that from the game perspective, they want that to happen, so that way we can play the map that we have.
Rodrigue, I swear that I will not allow your death to be in vain.
Dude, he's dark. And there's Rhea, right? Yeah,
The
I thought I
scouts
saw
have
Rhea.
just now returned. Seems the Imperial Army is marching toward the kingdom capital. Are you certain about this, Dimitri? As king, do you think it wise to intercept them yourself?
No need to worry yourself. Even if I am defeated, the Blathed bloodline will live on. And the kingdom's territory has never been rich in resources. If the castle falls under siege, our loss is inevitable. I will deploy my army onto the plains and wait for the enemy. Please position your forces so that they can flank the Imperial Army.
Ooh.
Yes. Given the present situation, making the plains our battlefield is a logical choice. I have no objection. However,
Don't die.
There is only one person I am after. I have no interest in
He wants to kill Edelgard. He has a vendetta.
I will take you at your word,
Jeez.
erasing the other child.
And she wants to kill me. Okay, that's how we're playing this. Alright. I can take on a dragon.
Mother, I promise.
You're gonna lose, lady.
What do you think, Lady Edelgard? Will they shut themselves inside of Ferdiad?
No, they're gonna play in the plane. They just told us.
Of course, Ferdiad will not fall so easily. Even so, if we were to cut off their supply line with a large army, it would eventually fall. It makes much more sense for them to wager everything on a victory at the Tailtean Plains.
That's what they're doing. Why do I act like I don't know
The
anything?
same plains where the so-called divine Saros defeated Nemesis, the King of Liberation, in a comeback victory.
Oh, we're
over
doing this fight
1,000
now?
years ago.
Okay.
And about 400 years ago, the hero Lug created the kingdom by defeating the Emperor of the Time on those very plains. Their goal must be to recreate that scene.
No, their goal is to stop us from getting any closer because they know what they're going to lose if they do. Because we've already taken over for Aryan Road, which is a much more difficult purchase than their freaking town, so... Wah.
The Kingdom's army and House Blathed are also renowned for their unmatched persistence. On the battlefield, it can be assumed that their one and only goal will be to strike you down.
Well, that's
Are you telling
Dimitri's
me
goal.
to stay off the battlefield?
I am.
Naturally.
Well, I'm not.
You are their
but-
aim, Your Majesty. You must know it only makes sense to keep you out of their reach.
And you must know that at a time like this, I absolutely cannot withdraw.
She gonna die. They're just gonna kill her.
Of course, I know that. That is why I will refrain from asking you again to stay away from
She's just
the
gonna die.
The Immaculate One, descendants of the 10 elites, and other extremely fearsome foes await us. But with the help of our friends, we have a chance of defeating.
I'm literally a god. Like, what do you want? They
Within our
lose.
group, I am included.
I could
among
care
those
less
with the
about a
kind of
dragon.
strength we
I could
need
care
to
less
win.
about a king.
I
I'm a
absolutely
freaking
will
god,
not remove
man.
myself
They're
from the
dead.
front lines.
They are
Professor,
dead.
You have that same strength as well, whether or not you realize it yet.
I could be a dragon? I want to be a dragon.
Please, don't get yourself killed trying to protect me.
Girl, I'm
Until
fine.
the very end.
You're the one I'm worried
We'll
about.
survive this trial together. Understood?
Honestly, it would be a really good strategy. Theoretically, you know. I'm not saying the game was going to do this, because they're 100% not going to do this. But it would not be a bad thought and scenario if they gave an Edelgard double. Like, if that's who we had with us, and then we tried to fight them without actually having Edelgard, and then Edelgard can maybe, like, secure the supply line or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. So, that would not be a bad tactic. But, as per usual, we're going to get into the Explorer phase, and I will let you know if something happens. We have ended our time, but we have this support quest to do with Felix. Okay. How you doing, Felix?
Finally, I notched a win against you.
Almost had you.
True, it was a narrow victory. When we spar, I feel like I'm revisiting my past.
Why? Because I am your
It's
past.
like
I'm
training
your
with
daddy.
my brother.
So, that's
We
weird.
always won. Always. And died before I could win a single bout. From the first time I held a sword, all I wanted was to surpass him. And that's what drove me to become so strong.
That's not a bad idea. I think we
Perhaps
all
it's
have that.
absurd to say such a thing, but
Dude, I had the same drive as a kid.
spent all
Don't worry
these
about it.
years training for a duel with a corpse.
Found an answer to my question.
Yes, I suppose I did. I can never again spar with my brother. Not unless he climbs out of his grave. Still,
Same though.
I continue my endless pursuit of strength. Maybe because I have a new opponent to measure myself against.
Ooh, it's not me.
You,
Winky face.
obviously. I beat you
Oh, it
this
was me?
time,
That's crazy.
But when we next cross swords, who knows what might happen?
I'll slit your throat.
It was a close match,
Okay.
not a crushing victory. I know that I can do better. I will surpass you in strength.
No, you won't. I'm a
and then I'll
god.
become stronger still.
Let you win. And then?
And then, when this war is over, I won't have as many chances to swing my sword. Anyway, thank you for helping me find an answer to the question you asked all those years ago.
You're welcome. Sometimes teaching takes some time, kids. Sometimes it just takes a while. Alright, I want to check my support quest real quick, see what we got. I think we got a few left to do, so let's get them done. Oh, this should be fun. Jeez. You're having tea?
It's
Yes.
strange. I never thought you and I would be able to sit together and drink tea like this.
Drink tea, you say? but that does not smell like tea. The aroma. Would that be coffee by any chance? Imported from Dagda, I believe. I do not care for it myself.
Your knowledge is impressive. Although I should expect nothing less from a noble, I suppose. Lady Edelgard surpasses you in nearly every respect.
Okay, that's a
But
page
I
turner.
think when it comes to positivity, you may actually exceed her.
Excuse me?
In a way, it is merely a mask for your tactlessness. But even so,
He's trying to be
your
positive,
relentless
okay.
optimism, well, suffice it to say that it is your best quality.
Is that a compliment from Hubert?
What?
You are
That's what I'm
constantly
thinking, dude.
striving to grow as a person, to seek new knowledge, to push new limits.
You okay, Hubert?
When others might get distracted or abandon their
Does something
path,
happen with Edelgard?
you
Is that what we're
never
talking about
yield.
right now?
In that aspect, at least, I think you are unmatched.
Hubert, are
That's
you
what,
alright?
literally what I just said.
Or the plague? Am I hearing a deathbed confession?
It was only a
That's what I'm
compliment.
saying.
There's
Yeah.
no need for such dramatic exaggeration.
I mean, I kind of thought the same
Dramatic, you
thing.
say?
I do my best to analyze others without emotion. Even if I find you to be a contemptible degenerate, I can still evaluate your abilities in
Oh,
an
boy.
impartial way.
So, because you assess people without emotion, you are totally confident in your appraisals. It seems I was wrong about you.
You actually understand.
Please,
not as
do not
tense as I
compliment
thought.
me again, though. I find it quite unsettling.
I mean, I would
It
too,
is
man.
like hearing a snake sing an aria.
That's
At
crazy.
least put
That's
it
a
in a
good
letter
comparison, though.
In the very unlikely
I think
event
I would like a
there
singing
is
snake, though.
next
That
time,
that's on my
I
bucket list
promise to
now.
put it in writing.
I would like a singing snake. That sounds fun. You know? Does that make me Voldemort at that point? I don't know. Answers in the comments. Yo, look at that back, though.
What's
Like,
up,
that dress
Lynn?
is not even...
Come
I don't
to
know how
invite
that
me
dress
to
stays
dinner?
on. I really don't.
Well, that too. But first, there is something I wish to say. I believe I previously implied that it's okay to live out your days by running away from what troubles you. And I think that I was unkind to you.
What are you
Really?
talking about?
One of the
That
effects
took
of
a
running
long
away
time.
constantly is that eventually
Sheesh.
one runs out of places to, well, run. Because I avoid memories I find unpleasant, the number of things I avoid is forever increasing. I've never learned to deal with the pain of my past, so I can never increase my tolerance toward new pains.
And?
That's all. But there are some nights where it really worries me.
That's what you wanted to say? It'd be the same if you weren't avoiding things. You'd just be up at night wondering what was coming next. Thank you, Lynn. I
Aw.
appreciate you showing me a glimpse of your real self for the first time.
For the first time.
For the
Each
first
time I
time.
speak, I show my real self.
So, what
Show
about
my
that
real self.
conversation we had?
Which
Yeah.
conversation?
His eyes were like... Yeah.
When you said I was a great woman, was that true?
Of
No.
course. You have too low an opinion of yourself.
I thought you were just trying to make me feel better.
No.
I didn't really think you looked at me that way, Lynn.
Why? Is it so strange? You seemed rather happy about it at the time.
It's not weird. Okay,
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
kind of weird.
Kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
You're weird, Lynn. You know, I'm hungry all of a sudden. Maybe I laughed too much.
That's good for the abs,
I was
man.
going
Just
to
getting them
invite you to
abs.
dinner.
You were?
When I walked in, you asked if I'd come to invite you to dinner. I said yes, but I can't be bothered to walk into town. Shall we visit the dining hall?
What? Oh, fine. Show me this easygoing way of yours.
Weird. I don't know. That's weird. You ain't changing my mind about them. Oh, this should be fun. Wait, I have one with Bernadette? But there's no thing on the... Okay, whatever.
Yuritsa?
What?
I've got it all figured out.
See, this is not... Are you okay? It's not her.
Your true identity. If my detective skills are correct,
Oh
then
my gosh.
you are the Death Knight.
Oh, wow! Congratulations! She totally finally got...
Everyone
Wow.
already knows.
That's crazy. Oh, ruined the fun, Yuritsa.
What?
Come
Everyone
on, dude.
knows. But how?
You're slow. That's how.
And here I thought that I'd uncover your big spooky secret. Bernie, you're such a shut-in.
I thought I read that as the S word, not the S. Like I switched the U and the I, man.
So,
I read that as shut up
Deal,
for some
Lisa.
instead of shut in.
You've got to tell me a secret about you that nobody else knows.
Why?
Because I sleuthed for hours upon hours. That's gotta be rewarding.
He literally told you that last time you talked to him.
Stop.
Oh, come on.
Just tell her anything.
Oh, I know.
Tell her you like Jaffa cakes or something.
Why do you wear that crazy-looking armor when you're pretending to be the Death Knight? Are you just into the look of it? You like spooky stuff?
Well, I may have been drawn to that aspect. To look sinister. To embody death.
I don't know, maybe because he's the
Oh,
Death Knight?
I see.
I don't know. That makes too
I
much
thought
sense, huh?
Maybe you put on that mask and armor because, just like old Bernie, you don't like talking to people.
I mean, he does it, but he doesn't hide from it. Like you do.
There may be some truth to that. Talking to people is intolerable.
Yo, she reads him my dad? See, it gives me a lot of the same qualities I have. Like, talking to people is
There's
intolerable,
a
dude.
real kinship between us. So, with that whole spooky getup on, it allowed you to speak to people with confidence.
No.
Oh, hey, Yuritsa. Don't tell anyone about this, okay? This is our little secret.
I don't mind, but
I don't understand.
also
That's me
don't
right now.
understand.
Yeah. Okay. So I have one with Bernadette, but I can't do it because there's nowhere on the map to go to do a quest. So I guess we're just gonna end there and the exploring time and see what we get to. Again, I don't know how long the dialogue stuff was, so I don't know. Gotta go talk to Ferdinand. All right.
What an interesting way of looking at life.
What, dying? I know, it's great.
Ah, it is you. Just
Just
at the right time.
time. You're working late.
Is it nighttime already? I must have gotten carried away. There is something I wanted to discuss.
Marriage,
Something
what?
about you.
Okay.
I am starting to believe that you are a true hero.
I'm starting to believe you
hold
finally
the
are
lost
awake.
crest, you wield the sword of the Creator, and you lead everyone in battle against great enemies. Not only that,
He finally
but you are a
understands.
strategist. You stand alongside rulers, supporting them, advising them.
Kicking
you
their
do not
butts.
seem particularly ambitious, and yet you accomplish so much.
It just happens, man. It's high praise.
I am not exaggerating. Everything I said is
I mean,
true.
I know, I'm just saying it's high praise.
I have been reading about the history of Faregus here. The kingdom's founder, Lug, the king of lions, had two advisors. One of them
Yo,
was Pan,
mama.
the undesiring strategist.
Oh, God.
According to historical records, Pan wanted nothing for himself. He devoted himself entirely to Lug. He had tremendous power, but he never seemed concerned about his legacy. So in the old chronicles, there is hardly any mention of Pan's deeds.
Man,
All that we know is that he helped Lug, his friend and leader.
good for him. To be so virtuous.
It is not surprising that you have never heard of him. I did not even know his name until recently. But when I watch how you conduct yourself, I feel that I am seeing the unknown deeds of Pan. It is only a thought, of course, but it makes me feel rather happy. Even if it is not in the pages of a history book, a life can
Who's
be
the other
full
one?
of achievement.
Who's the other advisor?
I know that I will never be greater than Edelgard. She will always surpass me.
Well, not with that
I
attitude.
am what I am. Like you and this undesiring strategist, I will do what I am called to do. Even if no mark of me remains in the history books.
That's where the true heroes are born. Behind every true hero, there's somebody who's backboning them, you know? Somebody who's their backbone, somebody who's their go-to, you know? That always happens. And that, my friends, wraps up this episode of Fire Emblem. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Next time we'll be getting probably into a battle and dealing with these monsters. And we might go back and do some exploring on the 19th too, just to get some more engagement with people and maybe another Master Seal, I don't know. But we'll find out some more stuff to do. But I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. As always, if you hit that like button, it really means a lot to us here. We really do appreciate the growth you guys have been giving us and just supporting the content and the creators we have here. So I really do appreciate you guys checking out today's episode, and feel free to check out some of the other stuff on the channel. Love to see you guys in another episode or another content down the road. Of course, this one's coming close to an end. We'll have a break series, and then we'll come back to the next section of the game. So hope you guys are ready for that, and stay excited. If you want to see that, and when it comes out, exclamation point, I'm such a Twitch streamer. Go down below, hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any more content from us here at the Invisible Corporations. And of course, it's not just me. There's a bunch of other people here that are amazing and awesome creators as well. So check out their video content too. And we will see you guys next time. So until then, my name